Hello and welcome to Unleash Your Inner Goddess, a podcast by me, Sarah Joyce Hindle. And this one's another off-the-cuff episode because I enjoyed doing the last one. It's the episode before this one, so check it out if you haven't listened, called A Visual Groan. But I enjoyed it so much, I wanted to do another one. So usually I write out some prompts and keep myself on the straight and narrow because I have a tendency to sort of go off on one and lose focus and chat shit. So I usually focus on, the task at hand, the bullet points that I've got there and the reminders. But I really enjoyed last week and quite a lot of you listened to it. I got some good feedback. So I figured I would just do it again. So today I wanted to talk about what happens day to day for you. So, perhaps that's the work week, perhaps that's, just the things that you do day in and day out, and it's very much the same, but you want to do something different. You want to, get a promotion, you want to move jobs, you want to start a business, you want to get out of debt, you want to find yourself. You are sick of being mum, you want to be you again. Maybe you want to leave a relationship. Maybe you want to explore the world. Maybe you want to buy a house and live in the country. I don't know. But how many of us have these dreams and these wishes and these goals? And we spend our time waiting to do those things. Waiting to do it when the kids are older. When we're not as busy. When the house is done. When I've paid off all my debt, when I'm not as big, when I've lost the weight, when I feel better about myself, when I've finally left my husband, when I've had another baby, if this, when that, if this, some other excuse, I don't know. Why not now? Why not do the thing you want to do now? Why not start eating healthy now? Why do you have to wait till your kids are older? Why not start prioritizing your health now? Why are you waiting until you're out of debt? Why not start your business? Are you waiting till you've got some money in the bank? Why not have that difficult conversation that you need to have? What are you waiting for? Are you waiting to feel better about yourself? Why not now? What often happens is we put off doing the thing we want to do because we are scared to try. We're scared to do. And we're scared to fail. And fear of failure is very, very real. And it keeps people stuck for far too long. It keeps people making excuses for not going after their dreams and not going after what they really want. And I would really love for you to take a few moments, especially if you're not busy, and definitely if you're not driving, to close your eyes and take a couple of deep breaths. And if you're not able to close your eyes, you can still imagine this. I want you to imagine that you're on your deathbed, right? It's the end of your life and you didn't make any of these changes. Because I know as I was talking there, you will have definitely thought of some things that you want to do that you've been putting off, that you're waiting for the right time or when this happens and if that happens. I know you've thought of some. So you didn't make any of those changes you so desperately wanted to make. And you let the fear stop you trying. Perhaps you've procrastinated for far too long. Or you let the belief that you weren't able to do those things or be that person, you let that belief stop you from making those changes. And now you're on your deathbed. Okay, so you're on your deathbed. And you've not made any of the changes that you wanted to make. You've not gone for your dreams. You've not gone for your goals. You've not done what you wanted to do with life. And you went through life without trying to be the best person of you that you could be, right? And now you're on your deathbed. You're looking back at your life and what you did and didn't do. How do you feel? Do you have any regrets? What regrets do you have? What do you wish had been different? because you're lying there having not fulfilled your purpose. You're taking your last breaths having missed out on what you actually wanted to do in this world. And just as you take your last few breaths, the person that you could have been appears before you. The you that you would have been if you had done the work, if you had prioritized yourself and what was important to you, if you had only been prepared to fail. You see this successful person, this happy, healthy person in front of you, being truly themselves, having lived their purpose, being happy and confident and successful. And then you take your last breath and you die. I know it's deep and it might even be difficult to imagine this, so I'm going to put a disclaimer on the episode. But if this stirred anything inside of you, act on it. Be prepared to fail. Pretty much all the successful people, however you define success, I want to make that really clear, how you define success, so successful people to you, they will have failed on their way to greatness. They will have failed time and time again. But what happens when people fail? They get data. They get to know what doesn't work. And they are one step closer to their success. And then they go again. And they probably fail again. But more data. They know what doesn't work. And they go again. And they get stronger. And they get more resilient. And then one day they strike gold. So why not now? What are you putting off doing that you want to do, that you feel called to do, that is your passion, that is your life's purpose, that will make life happier, will make life more joyful, will make it more fun? If you view failure and getting shit wrong as part of the process, it suddenly isn't as scary. And I'd love for you to, take a look at my course, Elevate, if this has resonated with you at all, because there is probably a lot of stuff holding you back that is purely inside of you, in your brain, from your past experiences, from what you've told it, okay? Maybe from other people's experiences, or from what you've seen of the world, or from what you were told growing up. You are literally keeping yourself stuck. You are literally missing out on what your life could be by staying stuck and putting things off and not doing things now. There can be loads of different things that you have been taught or you have experienced or that you believe that not necessarily are true for you. And our brains can be reprogrammed to believe that we can be leaders if we want to be. We can have what we want. We can break societal norms. And if we want to, work on the beach in our flip-flops, we can if we want to. And if we feel, desired to do that, we can make money in a way that feels good. Working doesn't have to be hard. We can live joyfully. We can live with abundance. And we can step into that best version of ourselves whenever we give ourselves permission to do so. We don't have to wait until the kids are older. We don't have to wait until we're out of debt. We don't have to wait until we get a promotion. We don't have to wait for anything. We can do it now. We can take steps right now. We can move forwards today. And I want you to get unstuck and really start living without fear, without self-doubt, and without, I'll do it when, or if this happens, then I'll do it. You know what I'm talking about. If you have resonated with this or any of the past episodes, please go and check out Elevate. It will be in the show notes and it will be going up in price in July. So grab it now. Once you've got it for life. You can work through it again and again and again, because believe me, the work is never done. You up level and then you up level again, and then there's more growth. It's just constant. The work is constant and it's wonderful. And it gives me great joy to be able to share these things with you. So stay tuned. If you like this episode, I would love for you to let me know. You can find me on Instagram at Sarah Joyce Hindle. Let me know what you thought and let me know what shows up for you. What are you waiting for? Why not now?